Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and this is Transport Fever. We're just watching for a moment this magnificent oil train, which has made a little bit of profit for us, I think. Where was it? There it was. Yeah, last year. Well, actually profit, no, it didn't make profit, but it did make some money. But it's early days yet. But as we can see, the oil well has ramped up production already. So we've got a lot coming in from there. Now what I'm thinking is that we will actually replace this train doing the one trip, the complete trip, all the way from the well there through to the refinery, through to the fuel, the commerce in Whitchurch here. Is I'll actually split this up. So once this one gets done, what I'm going to do, I think, is put another train on here just delivering the oil to the refinery, which I think might be more profitable and also give us more options, because if we find that we're meeting the fuel need of Whitchurch, we will have a supply coming in here which we can take elsewhere, which was kind of the plan, because as you can see I put a 2-track station in there, so that kind of adds up, doesn't it? But in addition to that, today is the tale of another train as well, perhaps, which is this lovely old thing, a Borsig from way back when, 20 odd years ago. This came into service, and you can tell rather by the grubby nature of its decor, of its paintwork, which is actually bringing the price, the ticket price on that line down. So it's currently at 157, where it could, I think, be at least 180 something when the Prussians are the sole locomotives used, so it speeds up the whole of the line. So the trick is actually finding enough money to actually replace that train and put the other one into use. And once that's done, we shall have other fun things to do, but I'll get on to those momentarily. Oh no, look at this, actually I'm going to stop this right here. 1 million, whoa! Okay, now I am 8.5 million in debt to the bank. I've taken out that much of a loan, but that might give me enough. Where's the oil train gone? It's all the way over here. There it is. So once this guy has delivered his oil, I'm going to lose some of that, aren't I? Because I'm running up to the end of the month. But hopefully I'll recoup that in this delivery. So he should actually be running full. So it's over 50 barrels of oil, whatever the measure is, waiting there at the well. So he'll deliver that. Let's see how much fuel he takes back, or takes on board rather, to go to Whitchurch. And that was worth 128. Well, could have been better. So he's going to be taking onwards a mere 15 fuel. Now I think if we have this fast train just concentrating on doing that long haul all the way up to the town, we'll make him more profitable, I think, coming out of that. Yeah, it's just breaking even on that leg of the journey, so he needs that. So what I'll do, will I need to reroute this a little bit? I think I might actually. So I'll let him carry on. Right, back over 1.1 million again now, which is fine. So once he's left the station, cleared the track there, I'll just reroute that line, I think, to the inner line. Yeah, and keep the oil truck coming in. So the oil itself coming in on the outer track there. Okay, let's stop that there before I lose more money because of the turn of the month. Let's get you sorted. Yeah, that's fast enough, I think. Okay, so you. Yeah, you're not going to be doing that anymore though, because we're going to take Thatcham Northwell off there. Right, now with any luck he'll actually change to the other line. Well, I could force it by deleting that track, couldn't I? Why has that got... Oh, I've got the electrics turned on. Right, I need to make sure. I must have turned that on. I played a little bit forward since the end of the last episode, so I must have turned that on accidentally somewhere and not realised what the heck I was doing, which really comes as no great surprise, to be honest. Okay, now, do we have a nice, affordable train we can use to take the oil up? How much have we got waiting there now? Oh, because I've taken it off the... Oh. Now, there is a patch coming out very soon, I think. They announced it at the beginning of June, which fixes a number of issues and introduces lots of funky new things, which I've caught sight of in one of the sort of beta testers' YouTube channel. Some really interesting new stuff they've allowing us to do in the game. And I think one of the things mentioned in the sort of announcement they made about this new patch is when you upgrade a station, you don't actually lose what's the passengers or hopefully the freight that's actually waiting there already. Because at the moment, if I was to upgrade this station, I'd suddenly lose all that cargo that's sat there waiting. I think that was in the notes, but I could be wrong. But let's hope I'm not. Okay, now we're currently using this wonderful beast there. Right, now this, yeah, that's a much better choice. It's a bit cheaper, 969 as opposed to 1.2. That's 55 and 204 a year as opposed to 43. Yeah, it's a good deal cheaper to run. It's a little bit less powerful, and the tractive effort is as good. Well, I think that's a good choice for this sort of short and frequent run from the oil well to the refinery. So we'll buy... Oh, I'm going to run out of money again, aren't I? Am I going to be able to afford a wagon? Let's look at just freight here. So that's the tank wagon. Oh, ooh, Struth. That's as fast as I need, to be honest. 50. 156. I can't even afford one of those. I'm going to need more money from the bank. I hate doing this. Right, I'm up to 9.5 million. That was clever, wasn't it? Oh, I need to make sure I've got my correct colours. I've got a corporate standard, a corporate image to maintain, so that does need to be red. Again, this is a modded vehicle. You can probably tell that from the description of it. And I think when we first saw these GWR logos from the modder whose name I've forgotten, but it's in the description below, so you can look him up, or her up for that matter. I think it's a him, but whatever. I think this was the 2301 was the first train in his series, and this is a sort of reworking of it that came into service later. I just love the research these modders do into the vehicles. It's not just the sort of the beauty of the model itself, but you know the depth of the history that they bring to the game. So you can really sort of see it playing out. Anyway, so less waffle, more action. Right, let's get the train back on. We want our freight. We're going to use a smaller wagon here. 2, 3, and that's going to give me 15. Let's take 20 for the moment. That will do. Then I'll pay back that 500 just to I don't need to, yeah, I need to, because it only takes the interest on the loan at the turn of year. It doesn't do it on a monthly basis like it used to do. So we need a new line for this part of the route. That was a really dark brown, wasn't it, we used for the fuel. What colour can we use black? Can we use black for this? We'll try that. So, actually I'm getting these names around the wrong way, aren't I? So this will be Thatcham oil. Again, I'll rename the other one shortly. And we'll make sure that's a full load. And that delivers to the refinery. And that's good. So he will go on that line. Where is this train? What have I done? Where's the train gone? Oh, there he is. Right, okay. So I'm confusing myself, not keeping track of where the heck I am. Right, so this will be... Actually, we can call this Felixstowe fuel, can't we? because that's what it's delivering. Fuel from Felixstowe. Except it's going to Whitchurch, which might be a better way of keeping track of which train. Because if I put multiple trains on here and call them all according to the source, the origin, then I'm going to get confused, more confused than usual. Right. Okay. So they have the lines have sorted themselves out. That's beautiful. That's lovely. Good. So just keep eye. Look at that. Oh, I'm loving the way just this money just racks straight up. Okay, now if I can get to about 1 million before the end of May, then I'll change this passenger, this old Borsig. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. No, can I do it from this money alone? I didn't need that window at all. What am I doing? Details. Can I replace that train? No, not enough money. Oh, yeah, because I think that this replacement vehicle costs 1.15 million, and this is only worth less than 300. So yeah, I'm a good deal short. What if I take out another 500? Will that be enough? It should be, shouldn't it? Definitely. Replace now. Yes. Good. So we come in with a Borsig. It's the same number of passengers. I've not increased the complement of seats on this particular line. Oh, excellent. Over. Right. See, that's much better, isn't it? Which means that from 1.57 it's 1.68. Well, it's still more. So each passenger is paying me more for their journey, so that route should be even more profitable than it is already. Let's go back and check that. You see, look at that. That's a nice gap, isn't it, between the red and the green? Oh, I like that. Right, now what I'm going to do, if you're not going to be too upset with me, I'm going to roll this forward just a little bit, possibly to the end of the year, because I'm going to need probably more than 500,000 to do what I want to do next, which I think might involve the other side of the river. Well, there's an ambitious plan, because we've now got passengers going from Falmouth and we've got fuel going into Whitchurch. Is that train going to deliver anything much? 15 barrels of fuel, bringing in 192. That's not bad. Right, yeah. So we've got. So, can you guess what I'm thinking? Well, you'll find out shortly. So bear with me a moment. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit here. Hopefully, bump up the profit, bump up the revenue rather, and get some money in my account as opposed to owing to the bank. And yeah, we'll see what dramatic new things we can add to this map. Well, there you are. Hello and welcome back after that short little intermission. Can I... That's probably safest there, right? I don't want to go over the year. I don't want to tip into January because we will then be incurring our interest charges, which are probably going to be at least 120k, which I don't want to lose, because the plan I have in mind is probably going to take as much money as I can possibly scrape together, if not more. Anyway, this is where we left off. Our little train that can, our new little loco. There is, which we might have kind of seen him before, but it's similar to one we had earlier. Again, a modded one. I'll put this in the description below. He's already earning his keep. He's done 2 journeys, I think, in the time that elapsed over that little video effect. 2 journeys, 156k. It's not a lot of profit, but it is still profit, which is all to the good. I think that will increase over time, and we'll add more wagons to him, so he'll be fine. And our other train, our separate fuel delivery train, that's the bigger little beast, faster. Again, he's making a fairly... Oh, that is a nice profit, isn't it? 320k already. Wow. Anyway, the plan for this little section of the video is to bring the north of the river into play. I've probably still got lots I can do here south of the river. Look at these huge numbers of people waiting, cargo waiting to be delivered. I could tinker with that, but tinkering isn't quite as much fun as just laying out fabulous new routes, is it? And what I want to do, I think, is link Falmouth up with Whitchurch. It's already getting fuel coming in, so there should be some development going on there. So it's certainly worth, I think, bringing it into a passenger fold. And that will then prompt, hopefully, Falmouth to develop a bit more as well. Then we'll have to start bringing some cargo in there, I suppose, to really boost the development. And we could do this by boat. The boat is still reasonably profitable. It's carrying a fair number of passengers. Not a huge profit, but it's still making reasonably good money. I mean, look at the difference between the income and the cost, which is fabulous. I could do that on boats, but boats are a bit slow and they don't make exciting amounts of money at this stage of the game anyway, for passengers. So I'm going to do it by train, but the issue I've got putting Falmouth and Whitchurch together is these slopes. There's a bit of a hill here, and that's a real issue because the residential area, the green area, is kind of the other side of the hills, as you can see there, hopefully. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of fun, but I think I can do it reasonably cost effectively by taking a route across or along the sort of riverside here, which is reasonably flat-ish, as you can see there. So that's what we're going to try and do. So we're going to put a train station in here. Oh, yes, lots of extra stations you see here. I added some underground stations here, so you can actually put the tracks underground and have just the entrances above ground. There you go. I'm not quite sure why I've got two types. Oh, I've got rid of it. I'm not quite sure why I've got two types here. I think I've only put one mod on. There were a couple available. I did sort of see if either would load. One gave me a warning when I tried to add it to the game, so I don't think that's effective here. Maybe it's just the style of the building, I'm not quite sure, but they both look very similar. But I'll play with that later. We're not ready yet in terms of, we're only 1910 of building big, expensive underground stations. So I think we'll use this. Terminals here in finer Falmouth because there's nothing else here to the north or west of it really. So I think we can put that in there quite safely. We'll keep it reasonably long now because we will want some length to start with. I think. Now where's my residential area here? We could put it there. Oh, it's cheaper here actually. And we've got a bus stop. We might. Yeah, we could. Yeah, that'll be fine. And that means we're closer to the river here, so it's not as far to go. So we'll put it down here. Right. No electrics. Yeah. No second. Yeah, that looks fine. So we'll. How will we orient this? Slightly that way, I think. Or that way. Let's make a decision. Just place it somewhere. There's a good chap. That'll do. Right, just make sure we can link him up. We can. And across there. Oh, that's a bit of a... Can we get it for less than that? I mean, it's only 19k, but I think I'm going to need as much money as I can keep available for the trains. Yeah, that's fine. Bit of a bumpy road, but that's okay, I think. Okay, now let's get this track along here. Now, if we keep it actually close to the road, yeah, that's fine. Because again, if we're digging down here, as you can see, we're making slight cuts into the land there. If we keep it to the road's already done that, I think. So there should be not so much need for excavation costs. Okay, again here, I won't do that just yet. The rule I think is build road over rail, not rail over road. So let's bring that round there. Oh, it's getting a bit slow, isn't it? Can I keep the speed up a bit better than that? How far away am I from the river? Yeah, that's okay, I think. Should we put the road back? Just oh. Oh, we can. That's fine. Okay. Right. Get back to the rail. It's looking good. Ooh. Don't want to spend too much. There's obviously a bit of an incline as it comes up from river up there. You just about make it out. So that will add costs to it. It's good, nice and flat and fast. Not that we've got trains that fast just yet, but they will arrive at some point, he said, hopefully. Just keep our destination in view, in mind. That's looking a bit expensive there, isn't it? Why is it doing that? Did I see something pop up just then? I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Okay. So the issue we're going to have with Whitchurch is quite where to place the station. This is... I don't like it when it costs things like 60 or 70k to lay a stretch of track. Okay, right, I think we ought to stop there so I can decide where to put the station. Now, as we've seen, our resident, so it needs to be over here. Again, I think so we can connect it up to the other stations here. The feeling we want a kind of north-south orientation, and we'll have a standard through station. So if we have something like that, there's a curve coming in, but we should be able to go to Thiel, Felixstowe, Bristol even, and over there perhaps, well, somewhere else. What if we do it that way? That might be a bit better. The only trouble is that we've got if I place it there, so if I place it over here it's more expensive and I've got to go through the hills, which I want to avoid really. What's our gradients like here? Yeah, so it's 120. If I do it something like that, now I'm cutting across this cargo line here. I'm a bit far away from... buses can deal with that, can't they? We can get people to the station on buses. I think that's a nice... I like that actually. Yeah, I'm doing that. Okay, alright, done. Right, now the beauty of Transport Fever over the previous game is that I can draw tracks straight over other tracks like that. I'm not quite sure how the signalling works on that, or when it knows when not to to run, so trains don't crash into each other. We want to, yeah, I think that's getting quite expensive. It's coming down the slope there, isn't it? So we're going to have to deal with that. I think, yeah, we'll let it do that. Oh, if I were to just bring that over there, that's far too expensive. We're not doing that. So in here again, it looks like we're coming down a slope here, aren't we? Which is why it's so expensive, relatively speaking. We're losing a bit of speed here, but that's fine, I think. Do. Okay. Oh, that's up all the way up there. Oh, heck! Have I gone too close? Okay. So we need to get rid of a bit of road here. Not quite sure how much. let's take that out as well. Let's see if we can get a slightly straighter. 51, that's not too bad, I think. I don't know if we can get it any cheaper than that. Should we try? 19 and 22. It's a little bit cheaper, I think, and we've still got good speed. Right, should we put the road? Yeah, as you notice here, the red flashing icon at the very top tells me I've disconnected towns. It doesn't worry about disconnecting industry from towns, it does worry about just inter-town routes. So I've cut off Exeter and Whitchurch, which I probably have. Can we put that back without too much aggravation? Once again, actually, no, that might just be because it's not connected. That's okay. They'll never know the difference. Okay, right. Right, so that's that. We need a depot. Where shall we stick the depot? I think we're more likely to get people coming in from here. So if we start here, go to Whitchurch and come back, by the time we come back we might have passengers here. I think that makes sense. Okay, that's a terminal. So where do we want the depot? I don't want it on the riverside, because the riverside is the view, isn't it, really? I think from here, rather than up there into the hills. So let's put the depot over here somewhere. Where shall we have him? I need that, don't I? That's for the depots. Depot, there we go. We'll use an ordinary games depot rather than a mod. Can we do that? Right, can we draw him across the road? We can. I'm not too worried about humps in the road or the track here because it's a depot line, a pit stop if you will. Okay, that's good. Right. I want to get those bus stops moved as well. Let's do that so we're at least sort of encouraging traffic there. Ooh! I found I found this on the Steam Workshop. Actually, it looks a little bit modern, doesn't it, at the moment? But a nice circular bus station. It looks really sexy, isn't it? I'll put him. I'm not going to use him now, but because I've shown it to you, I will put it in the description. He will come into play a little bit later, I think. I like the look at that. It's very nice. What we could do with, have we got a proper bus station? Oh, we have got a bus station there, haven't we? Yeah, we just want bus stops, don't we? Here, so ordinary bus stops. We won't need the people to walk up that hill, will we? We'll put them down here. Will we? No, actually, I think we need them up here. We do, to get that part. Yeah, we do. So we include as much of this site, because if we put them down here, we're just getting this area here, which I think is already covered. Possibly. I may need to rethink this, but it'll do for now. Okay. And bus routes. I need to get a bus here. What route? You're going that route. So after 1, we will send you not there, but to there. And we're not going to go to St John's at all. Okay. And we need. Who's the bus going in the other direction? There we are. So again, we will take you from York Road, number 4, because you're coming down in the other direction, and we will add you there. But we're not going to go to the Crescent. Okay, it's going to upset the profitability on those lines for a moment, but hopefully, once we get the train in there, that will be fine. Actually, can we put buses in here? Just in case. Oh, we need to connect it as well, actually. You can't have a station without connecting it to the actual town. Again, that looks a bit pricey, doesn't it? Can I make it a bit cheaper? just about. Okay, and nope, and there. 31? No. That will do. Oh, that's still expensive. Because I haven't actually finished. Say yes to that. That's better. Okay. What we will actually do, I think, is put a bus station in there. Just a standard one. That's 29 that side. Is it any cheaper this side? Oh, it is a lot cheaper this side. There you go, sir. Right. And bus stops. Can I just keep that one highlighted for the moment so I know where it's going? So we're going to want to go up here. We'll keep them on both sides of the road, and we can go along here. Some nice and simple route. We may want to expand out there later, but for the moment I'll just keep them here, I think. And then they are catching this side of the road, but oh, no, I know I am going to put them up. You know, one day I might sort of make my mind up and know exactly where's the bus stops gone. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Oh, right, there they are. They're so small, hidden under trees. That's why I couldn't see them. There we go. Okay, so what we will do, in fact, is put them up here, which will hopefully prompt development in this side of the town, which means then I need some down here. Well, I'm still going to miss a few houses out, aren't I? Yeah, those. Okay, that should do. Now we need a new route. Bus route in here. This was just going to be a train thing, to be honest, but to support the trains you need an internal infrastructure, don't you? That's yes, you do. It's going to go out from there to there to there to there and then to there. Now, what I've done previously is I've had one route coming in that way, then another route going out the other way. But what I've recently noticed, and I will give credit to Colonel Failure. I watch quite a few of his Let's Plays of Train and Transport Fever. He's A, very entertaining, and B, full of interesting tips and good ideas. He's actually used this as a turnaround, so it actually comes in and goes back out the other way. So rather than having two separate routes, you use this as a turnaround point and use the same route to go in both directions. Now, whether that's more profitable, I'm not sure, but it keeps the number of routes down, so it saves a little bit of confusion. Right, and that should be it. So from there, it goes back there. Yep, that's fine. So this will be Whitchurch, call it Whitchurch Circuit, I think. There you go. What's this station called? Whitchurch Sidings. Oh well, I'll keep it as that. That's fine. Right, do we have a line here for the train? I don't think we did we? I've not done that bit yet. Struth. Or have I? No, I haven't. No, it's just track. I thought I could see a colour on it, but I couldn't. Okay, we'll actually use a yellow colour. That's a horrible colour, isn't it? Oh, we'll use it anyway. Let's go from Falmouth to Whitchurch. That's fine, and we'll call this, you know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it Falmouth Whitchurch. There you are. Astonishing. Right, now I've still got, oh that's good, I've got 400k left. So how much can I borrow? Let's take it everything out. So I've got, oh I can, oh hang on, oh I can borrow loads more. Ooh, when did that, I'm sure the maximum was 10. I'm sure I've not made any, added any mods which increased that. But I'm not sure I want to go above 10 mil because that's the interest gets expensive. Let's see what trains we can get anyway. So ideally we'd like something fast because that's quite a long route. But these are all going to cost me. You know, look at one. Well, that's 1.22 million, which gives me 700 left for passenger wagons. So I could get 2 of those. They only travel at 2037. Now these are a nice cheap one. I think I've used them before. They carry 10 and they go up to 45. Whereas these, yeah, that's 900k for 2 wagons. Okay, yeah, we don't need to go up that far just yet. They're even more expensive. I'd use these, I think. So does that mean then, put our corporate colour in place, if I buy, that gives me 20 passengers. That's a fair number to start with, isn't it? I think. So which of these trains? That's 37. No. Which one was it? Oh, it's the GWR one again. It's all these fabulous, great big these again. These are all modded ones. They're just hugely expensive because they're so powerful. Now that was a nice price. That's 43 miles an hour. I like the again. It's English, isn't it? GWR. These are English trains or British trains. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that. Right. How far goes it? So that ticket price then. Let's put him on the line. Let's see what the ticket price is. So this is Falmouth to Whitchurch. The ticket price for that, over 2k per kilometre. That's not bad, actually, is it? Okay. Let's see how much debt I get into as the year turns over. 300k debt. Cute. How much was the interest on that? 150k interest. Yikes. Oh, do you know what? I put those bus routes in. I didn't put any buses down. I'm gonna do that. Actually, no, there are buses here in Falmouth. That's fine, but there aren't in Whitchurch. So I will take care of that. But what I will do, I think, for now, is just leave us with this awesome GWR loco, carrying these funky new wagons. I think I've used them before, and leave you with a view of that as we exit this episode. So thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed this little excursion north of the river. If you have, do leave us a like. Always welcome. Even more welcome, much more appreciated if you've a mind to leave us a comment. Any ideas, suggestions, criticisms, or suggestions of new and more exciting mods, particularly if they've got a British or English theme, will be very welcome indeed. And of course, if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know as soon as I upload another one of these exciting, adventurous Transport Fever videos. You know, there's some excitement sometimes, honestly there is, isn't there? So anyway, if you do, please do subscribe. That'd be great to have you along for the journey. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever, my square England, until the next time, bye bye for now.